Have you ever wondered to yourself, what is dewy coverage and finish and what is a matte finish when it comes to your makeup? I know for me, growing up, I didn't really have a lot of instruction on makeup and I had to figure things out as I went along. And now I've gotten to a point where, thanks to my business and thanks to other friends who've helped me along the way and lots of YouTube tutorials, I now have a lot better knowledge about the basics when it comes to makeup and skincare. And that's what Minute with Mary is all about. It's here to help you feel more confident when it comes to your makeup and skincare. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the difference between a dewy finish and a matte finish. All month long, I am going to be having specials all about foundation and setting products on the site. And I want to be sharing with you some tips because that's going to be one of the first questions I ask you if you wanted to try out a new foundation is, do you prefer it to look dewy or do you prefer to make it look matte? This right now is dewy. So dewy is catching the light. Dewy brings about a sense of youthfulness. It looks very, very hydrated. It's going to almost have kind of that wet look to it. It gives a very natural look. It's going to be looking and showing your skin. So this is for people who are makeup, the no makeup look kind of people. Love the dewy look. People who want their skin to look really youthful love the dewy look. The issue with the dewy look is if you are someone who's very oily, you may not like the dewy look because your skin looks dewy enough as it is, right? So sometimes our friends with oily skin choose not to have this kind of finish because it may just accentuate a problem that they're not confident with. Other people who may not be interested in having a dewy look are people who have a lot of texture to their skin. Because yes, this looks so nice and hydrated and happy and youthful and glowy, but if you have rather large pores, or maybe you have scarring on your face, or you have eye bags that are pretty decent in size, what it's also going to do is it's going to bring attention to that. So let me zoom in for a hot second. Bear with me. Whoop. Hey, you didn't know you were going to be getting this look of me, did you? All right, so as you can see, we've got this dewiness, that kind of shine to it, nice and hydrated, but you can also see my pores a lot more. So if your pores are something that you're not super comfortable with, if the size of them is something you're not confident with, you may choose not to necessarily have a dewy finish. If your under eye bags really protrude out and have a lot of texture to them, you can see how even my under eye bags have a little bit of like a shine to them thanks to that hydration. So if that makes you feel less confident, that might be another reason that dewy makeup and dewy finish might not be your thing. Now, what if you like the dewy look, but you've only got a couple areas that you're not super confident with? Well, you can mattify just those certain areas. If your under eyes, for example, don't bring you joy and you don't want them to be dewy, you can take something like a setting powder, just a nice light translucent setting powder. Take a little powder brush, dap it in there and lightly press it. Lightly press it there. You can also use a sponge. You can use a little blending bud like this to pick up that product and just lightly tap it to take out that shine. And what it's going to do is help mattify that look. Maybe you're someone who once again gets a little oily here or has those large pores. Same thing. You're just going to lightly tap in the areas that you're not very confident about. And there you go. I got rid of a lot of the pronounced pores on that side of my face, and yet a lot of the dewiness is still showing. So just because you have some issues that you may not be confident about, don't tell yourself you can never wear dewy makeup. Just know that there's a little bit of a workaround. Dewy makeup, once again, is great for people who have young looking skin or want to have that younger looking skin. I love this look for just kind of that everyday look that you're going for. So you can see I just went and I got the areas that I personally get a little sweaty and I kind of get a little too extra dewy throughout the day. I just tapped on that, just those few little areas, but the rest of my face is nice and dewy. Now, what if you wanted matte? What does full out matte makeup look like? I'm going to actually put my Prime and Set powder on top just to give you that idea. You can use foundations that already look matte, or you could use a powder like this, which you can find at minutewithmary.com right now, to give you that kind of look to your makeup. Let's make sure. I didn't open this one yet. Let me finish up my other one. I do like to shake it up. This one in particular has some really cool technology with it. It's got water encapsulated by powder, so it gives this really awesome matte blurring effect to it. but you could use either type of setting powder, and setting powder is going to give you that matte look. So I'm just going to apply this product all over this half of my face so you can really see the difference between matte finish and dewy finish. And what I'd love to know is, which look do you prefer on yourself? Do you like to have a dewy finish to your face? Do you like it to look matte? Either way, you can't go wrong. There's really no rules when it comes to makeup. It's all up to personal preference, and most of all, which makes you feel more confident. So right here, you can see I'm turning my face. The light is on my face, but you don't see it reflecting the same way that you do on this side. Do you see how it's catching all those different angles? It's really showing kind of the movement of my natural face. But if you prefer a more matte look, let me put a little bit even on that eye. So nothing shines on this side. No light shines. This is what the matte would be. Sometimes for photography, for example, or if people are under bright lights, because there's too much shine when it comes to the dewy side, they may prefer a more matte look. So let me know in the comments below which type you prefer on yourself, if you prefer a dewy look or a matte look. Thank you so much for tuning in to This Minute with Mary. I hope you learned something today. I'm here if you have any questions whatsoever, and as I said, the September special at minutewithmary.com. It includes all foundations, concealers, bronzers, blushes, setting products, and I'm here to help you be color matched, help you figure out which type of finish best suits you and your needs. And if you have any questions, as I said, just please reach out. I'm here to help you feel more confident and creative when it comes with your makeup and skincare. I'll talk to you soon.